Hello, welcome back to 14 Minesweeper variants, the second. As you can see here, I have somehow managed to golden text all of these combined. So let's do the same thing for 8x8s, and I think by then we probably should be able to unlock some pretty interesting stuff in here, as well as the achievement for 8x8 gallery. Yeah. We also do need to work on end, but end we'll work on that next time. Alright, let's go. No way. No way. First thing we do is a bridge area combo. Alright, fine. Bridge area. Bridge. Bridge means that, because this is an 8x8, there are actually 3 chains. There are 3 chains of mines going from left to right here. So 3 chains on the board for 77. A chain is a group of mines that connect the boards from the left to the right side. And you see they do not cross each other, number 1. They do not use the same mine, basically. They cannot break apart like this, they cannot not end like this, and they cannot move vertically like this. So they must be either horizontal or diagonally forward. Next, area. This area is somewhat seemingly easy to understand, but in reality the logic is really hard. Area. Clues represent the sum of the areas of adjacent 4 connected mine regions. What does that mean? It means that every number here is connected to some group of mines. So let's say this 6 over here is connected to this group, and this group. And the sum of the areas of these 3 groups is this number here. So a 3 group plus a 2 group plus a 1 group gives you 6. Same for this 5, which is a 3 plus a 2. This 2 is just a 2 group, and so on and so forth. And yeah, that's bridge and area, which is kind of insane. But alright, let's see if we can begin. Let's start with the 1. That's the only thing we can do right now. I want to say that this can't be a mine, and that's because if it were, then these will both be empty because 1 is already fulfilled. Now this mine can't actually finish up a chain because it must be part of a chain. And if it was, it would have to reach the other side, but it doesn't at this point, and it cannot. So this can't be a mine. 0, okay, well 0 is very easy, so let's do that. 0 just can't see anything. 1 here indicates that one of these are mines, which would indicate the end of a chain. However, a mine here... Yeah, and because mines cannot go vertically, the mine chain has to go diagonally. So it's either this or this. Keep in mind that there can still be a mine here if it's part of a separate chain. So, you know, your chains could look like this. This is very bad chain drawing, but yeah, chains could look like that. So you could have some very interesting little shapes here. But obviously because of this 1, that isn't possible because this mine cannot extend. It only has an area of 1. And so what that might mean for... Well, perhaps for this one is very similar to this one over here. If you have a mine in here, that would break. So this can't be a mine. Oh wow, and we're just repeating here. So none of those are mines. 0 again. This... Okay. Well, this is very similar because one of these are mines. Whichever is a mine must continue forward and continue backwards and cannot have a mine there because it can only have 1 area. So, you know, something that might look like this is actually valid because it follows the 1 and the 3. I don't know how, like, this is valid, but I don't know if it's the only valid one. It's clearly not. I don't think so. Yeah, I could always just flip on the other side. Could do the same here as well. Okay. Maybe the 5s do work for us. Because the 5 has to see this mine. The reason why is because even if it saw a mine here, whatever mine is in here can only be part of a 2 region because of this 2. So this 5 would have to see extra mines and can only see extra mines by going into here. So this is definitely a mine. Also, it can't see this mine because if it did, then whether or not it saw this mine... Oh, it can. Oh, if this wasn't a mine, it could see this and it could see region of 5. And then this 2 can see region of 2. Okay, fine. But this 5, for a similar reason, even if it saw this, we have to see extra mines, so we have to see that. And now because this 5 sees the same thing as this, and this 5 also sees, you know, this group of mines here, this 5 can only maximally see an extra 1 from here. So this has to be a region of at least 4. And now, therefore, the 5, if it saw an extra region here, can no longer be a region of 2. Because then it will see at least 6. So, what does that mean? That means that the 2 must somewhat expand in these 2 directions in some way. Because there can only be a maximum of 1 here. Okay. if there were a 1 mine here, then this has to be blocked off because it has only area of 1, and this therefore has a region of 4. The 5 must do this, which must have an area of 1 because it already sees area of 4, and that gives you something that looks like this. This does seem to work though, and you could have a second chain that does something like, a second chain that does something like this, that will give you a region of 4. And then this is obviously your other chain. But, okay. If that doesn't happen, then I guess the 5 just sees an area of 5. If this is not a mine, then this can't be a mine. Yeah, this can't be a mine either. If this was not a mine, then the 5 sees a region of 5 here. So the 5 can't see this, otherwise this would be a region of 5, which breaks a 2. So if this is empty, then this is also empty. And if this is a mine, then we saw that this is a mine. So these two cells in particular are of the same state. They're either both mines or both non-mines. And depending on which, this region is either a region of 4 or a region of 5. Now, now how is that useful? I want to say it might affect the 2 in some way. But it doesn't really. Because the 2 doesn't follow the same as a 1 here. If this was a mine, this could also be a mine. So, no. If this was a region of 2 though, I think that might break. Because the region of 2 here would invalidate both of these. And therefore this 2, this mine can't go anywhere. Even if it, split off into another region, even if this works, like this is a region of 2. But this mine and this mine are not part of the same chain, because chains cannot go vertically. And so this will have to go up or down, which is impossible. So I guess this can't be a region of 2. Although that wasn't very helpful. If this was a mine, then this is a region of 1, because it can't be a region of 2 or more. We already knew that. This is also a mine by that region, by that logic. And therefore this 2 will only need to see 1 more, which is either here or here. Both of which would see this cell and therefore cannot extend towards it, because it can only see another region of 1. However, if both of these were empty, then we know that this can't be a mine, because again, if this was a mine, and it must therefore... does it have to be a region of 2? I don't think so. It's either that this and this are both mines, giving you 2 regions of 1, and they do connect, so they can be part of the same chain. Or you have a region of 2 that looks like this, which can be part of the same chain. But I don't think you can have a region that looks like this, because once again, this would be empty and then this mine would have nowhere to go. However, that doesn't really confirm anything, except for the fact that this probably isn't a mine. But you could always just say that you could have a mine here and a mine there, and then you could have some number of mines here, because this is not connected to any number. And then you could go down to here or something, from your region of 5 here. So, yeah, that's possible. Oh, I realized this is a mine. It's always a mine, because this can only be a region of 1, this can only be a region of 1. Therefore, the 3, seeing at most 2 regions of 1 here, I made a smiley face. I made a smiley face. Must see at least 1 more, so that's always a mine. And now this can't be a mine, because if it was, you just have a region of 4 that's touching the 3, which is impossible. 7. Jeez, okay. Okay, the 7 probably touches this region, this region, and this region. So, now suppose this was a mine. That says that this is a region of 4. This is probably a region of 2, although I'm not entirely sure. This is a region of 1, this is a region of 2. And I think that's valid. 4 plus 1 plus 2 is 7. If this was empty, then this is a region of 5, because it can't be any other region. This must be either a region of 1 or 2. It could be a region of 2 if it just was, and then this is a region of 5 that looks like this maybe. Or it could be a region of 5 plus a region of 1 plus a region of 1 here, if this was a mine. And then I don't know though. You could have something that looks like this. Like you have two chains that do weird stuff. And this technically works. And I don't know how to draw this, but let's just say I draw it like this. There you go. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your 5 region. Sure, have it that way. That's also valid. So I guess that works. If this was a region of 3 though, is that possible? No, in fact I don't think it's possible. No, because if this was a region of 3, then this is a region of 4. It must be, it can't be a region of 5. That would force this to be a mine to make a region of 1 to hit this 5, which would give you a region of 8. Sum of 8. So this can't be a region of 3. This is a region of at most 2, and therefore that says that the 3 must see one more mine in here. At least one of those have to be mines. Yeah. Goes to be 4, 1, 1, 1. Like we have the mine here, here, and then here and here. That's a valid chain. Like, you know, I don't know what I'm doing, but this is valid. 4, 1, 1, 1. Or just 5, 1, 2. That's also valid. Okay. So now what? Sorry, I'm just like drinking something. Wow, we're really not making any progress at all. This 7 has to be helpful somehow though. It's the only thing that we've had so far. Pretty sure nothing else really does anything for us. I think it might be some bridge issue. Like suppose this was a region of 2 that looks like this. Then it can't be a region of 3 because we already said 3 plus 4 plus 1 it gives you 8. A region of 2 must be a region of 2 and no more. Therefore, this 7, well this mine has to extend by going here, and therefore this can't be a mine because 3 already sees 3, and this mine has nowhere to go. I think that's the logic there. So this can't be a mine. Okay, not very helpful, but sure, I'll take it. If this happened then it can't be a region of 3 again, so this happens. Then we know that's a mine. We know that's a mine, and that's a mine. But overall, what does that accomplish? It accomplishes the fact that, well, this is a region of 4 now, but I can't say this is empty because your region could look like this. That's a valid region, isn't it? Yeah, you could do something like this, and then you could do something like this. Yeah, that's a valid region. Okay. I guess there's nothing much there. If this 3 was just a 1 though, then you'd have to have a mine here and a mine here. But if it were a region of 2, oh, then you would have to have a mine there. So I think in both cases you would have to have a mine in this cell. Oh, that somehow works, I guess. This 5 now sees a 4 region here, so this must be a mine. And now this one has to be a region of 1, so there you go. Wow, okay. 2 therefore sees 1 mine in those 2 cells, which cannot extend, so that's not a mine. 5, no idea. Well, 8 sees 5 here, so it must see 3 more. Well, it has 2 other spaces to see 3 more from, and in fact it could see 3 more from here. So this could be a mine, it could see 3 here, and then this 8 could see 5 here, and then that would all work out very well for everything. But I guess because this is a region of 4 and because this is a region of 1, this must therefore be a region of 2. No, it could be 4, 1, 1, 1. What am I saying? Yeah, it could be 4, 1, 1, 1. Or could it? Is this a valid chain? I mean, I think it is actually. Wow. This is all a valid chain, I think. Like, technically, that's all valid. So, yes, I suppose It could be 4111. And then you have a mine here, which hits another 4. Although I guess I might break the 8 in some way. 8 is a pretty challenging thing to see. Okay. So it sees 5, and you see 3 more. But bridge? But bridge? If this was a mine, then it could still bridge down here. If this was a mine, then this would have to bridge in here and here. This would have to bridge here. You could have something that looks like this, and then something that looks like this. Actually, hold on. This 5, if it didn't see the 2's mine, if the 2's mine was here, 5 when you see a total of 4 more. But this 8, we already sees 5. So it needs to see 3 more. So this 5 will always have to see 1 more than the 8. Which means that it will always have to see 1 mine extra here. Plus 3 in here. I think. So in that case, that works out decently well. Yeah, no, this could be a mine. I was like, except that it doesn't extend, but it does. This works. That's a valid chain. Okay. Well, what if they were the same value then? If they were both 3s, if this happened. If they both saw 3 more, could they share the 3? Probably. Like maybe like this. And then this goes this way. Although interestingly, this now has to go this way, which breaks this 3. I assume there are a lot more different ways to get through this. Or are there? Or are there? Because both need to see 3 more. Could it be a 1-2 sharing thing? No, I don't think so. Like, it just has to be seeing the same 3 region. I don't think it's possible for this to be 3-3. It has to be 4-3. And I'm gonna take a gamble here and say it has to be 4 and 3. So this is not a mine. Oh, it could be a mine. Alright. Oh, this is valid? I thought this wasn't valid. Oh, did I click the wrong region? I don't know. Okay, fine. Okay. I think this is where we stopped. Yeah, I also have that. Oh, yo, you can auto chord. I didn't. Oh, yeah, that works. Yeah. All right. So what? Okay, if this went down here, then there'll be no mine here, which breaks the 3. So this can't go down here. Has to take one of these cells. But this could be a mine if it comes from the other chain. So let's say this happened. Then this 7 would have to see, besides these 2, have to see 5 more. And we know there's a second chain because of the 8. I'm pretty sure there has to be a second chain here. So if this happened, then you'd have something that looks like this. Okay. But if this happened, then the 7 have to see 4, 4, 4, 1, 1, 1. Because it only sees 1 here and 1 here. So besides seeing the 4 here, and you see 1 more. Which gives us that. Because this went up here, this must go down here. And must end off somewhere. This must go down here to extend out this region. And this one, well, I think this is a chain already. I can't really change that. This one has to come from here. Which has to come from here. And so your chain would look like this. And that's a region of 4. I think this is all forced. If this was a mine. 8 now sees 5 hands. Must see 3 more, which means this has to be a mine. And this has to be a region of 3. Which means it must extend. Then it extends either up here. or down here. If it extended down here, then this has to be the start of this chain over here. Well, this has to be the start of this chain down here, which gives you that. This is all chained up so far, which is correct. 5 must do this now. Don't know if that's valid, but I think you... Yeah, I think that breaks. That breaks this one. Because this chain goes up here. So this doesn't work. Okay. So one option doesn't work. What about the other option, where you have to mine here? Well, this one has to go here, because it can't go anywhere else. So this has to go up. Which means that's a mine. And that gives you your second chain. But I think very, very unfortunately, this actually just works. It just barely works out. It just barely squeaks past. Yeah, this just works. Wait, does it? Yes, yeah. 3 plus 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. 2 is right, 5 is right, 5 is right, 5 is right, 3 is right, 1 is right. Yeah, this barely squeaks past. Oh man, wow, this works. Man, and it all started with this being a mine, right? But, okay. So what if it wasn't a mine? What if this had to happen? Oh, well then this is always a mine, because we have to have a mine here to accommodate the second chain going past the 8, which has to extend out here. So this is always a mine. Which, then what? This 7 will only see 1, 2, and 4, but it could still see a mine here if your region looked like this. So that isn't confirmed. I suppose this happens and then it has to come out here, which gives you no mine there. This will give you no mine here either, and no mine there. Okay. Now, now what? Red doesn't have anything, does it? Can we still prove anything for red? I think we can. I mean, okay, let's think about whether this scenario could work, where you had a mine here and a mine here. This does fill 6 or 7, this does fix everything, this does give you an extension from red, from here. This has to now go down, because this one already belongs to this mine. Sorry if everything's like all messed up, but... Yes. Now this 8 needs to see another 3 more. It's fine to see 4 more. 8 needs to see 3 more, 5 needs to see 4 more, so 5 to see 1 extra. Which can come in different forms. I don't think this works. Maybe what we should look at more is that this mine must extend to either here or here. Why is that useful? Like if this was a mine, then that would have finished at 2. Which means this 5 now sees 3 more. Which could share with 8. But if if this happened, then this can't be a mine, because if it were, wait, no, this could be part of a chain that goes down. But if this happened, I don't know. Wow. I don't want to do this with a hint, honestly. Like... Sorry. This is to go here, this is to go here, one of these are mines. One of these are mines. These can't both be mines, in fact, yeah. In fact, one of these are mines, one of these are mines. There is one final chain going through this way. And I don't know a lot about that chain. I can't use method logic to say that because there's some chain going here, you must have information. So like one of these has to be empty or whatever. No, you can't do that. If this was a mine, let's say, then this happens. This one has to come out here. This has to come out here and here. That does give you some part of your upper chain. But not much else. Can now say that this can't be mine. Okay. This 5 sees 1, so it must see 4 more. But this can't be a region of 4, and the reason for that is because if it were a region of 4, along with this 5, this 8 would actually see 9. So this has to be a region of 3, which means 5 must see an extra region of 1. Now this must be a region of 3. And what that means is that I mean, it means that that's a mine, I guess, but if this is one chain, this must be another chain, which means one of these are mines, and one of these are mines. Also means that this isn't a mine, I guess. If it means that this is a region of 3, right? If this were to happen, it's fine. If this were to happen, it's also fine. Because you could have something that looks like this. And then that. Yeah, there's always enough leeway from this one over here to catch anything that we miss. Like this is a valid ending. I think everything's up in chained. Yeah, everything is chained. And you have a 1, 3, 4 here, so that does make up for the 8. Okay. Oh, wow, you can't actually undo anymore. This is like the first bit I can undo. Cool. But again, not very useful. If this were empty, then I guess this is forced. Because this has to be 4, 1, 2. And now maybe that's useful. This being empty would force this to happen, which definitely fails. So this is a mine. And now this can't be a mine, because we know one more chain goes up here. Yeah. But now if that happens, then this is always a region of 3. If this is empty, then yeah, you can't form a region of 8 here. So this is always a mine which is a region of 3, which means this 5 must have a separate region, although we don't know if it's here or there. But okay. No, yeah, this still works. Like it just does. I don't see how this wouldn't work. Also, I have clues disabled. I have hints disabled. So I'm not bothered to like go back and turn it on because I want to actually solve this one. I want to solve this like legitimately. I think this is the first huge roadblock that we're ever gonna hit. How do I get 3 already? What? Which 8 3x3? Oh, I think I did it in the demo. That's why. Okay, well, it's not helping. Not helping. What do I wanna try? If maybe this idea that has to be 1 mine in every of these pairs. I mean, they don't have to be connected. Like you can have a mine here, here, and here. That would hit 4 for this region. You can have something that looks like this. that will hit 4. You could have something that looks like this that will hit 4. Or you could have something like this, that also works, I guess. Or this. I think this is the most special case where it's 4111. And then you'd have something that looks like this. But 4111 kind of doesn't really matter in this at this point. This is a region of 3. Joyce hit this 5. So I think one of these has to be mines, and it has to be this one. Okay. So your chains will look like this. I think that's valid. Yeah, that's valid. Should I use a hint? Really? I don't want to, you know. Now this could be empty, so any of these could be mines. So yes. If this is a mine, then what? Then what do you get? You get 1, 1, 4. You need another 1 actually. Isn't this force? Yeah, this does force another 1 here. Which gives you that, and it can't really reach here because if it did, that doesn't work. So this will have to happen. Then this has to happen. But I realize this exactly. This barely squeaked by, right? This barely works. Yeah, this barely works. I think I've seen this several times already. Like, this is just how it works. If this was a mine. If this was not a mine, then you'd have this, I guess. Which gives you this. It gives you an empty cell here, which gives you that. Which causes you to expand. But the direction of expansion you don't know. It's the problem. Yeah. Alright, fine. I'll take your hint. I'll take your singular hint. Oh, it's charging so slowly. Wow. Okay, sure. Well, I guess we'll wait in the meantime. We'll try and figure this out still. I really don't see anything though. Because we know this is a region of 4, right? But this 7 could either be 1, 1, 1, 4 or 1, 2, and 4. And we don't know which is which. We've seen that both work. If it were 2, 4, I mean, okay, we know that there's 1 mine in each of these. At least that's what I can tell you. We also know that this set of 4 must have at least 2 mines in it. Because if we only have 1 mine in it, you can't make a region of 4 out of this. But it could have up to 3 mines in it. Because this is a thing that can happen. It definitely can't have 4 mines in it, because then you would definitely have a region of 6. But it could have 3 mines in it that look something like this maybe. And that's the issue. The one thing we haven't really discovered is something that looks like this. But I think this works basically identically to most other things. Like this just also works. And then this needs to see 5, so it needs to see that. Is this always a region of 3? If this wasn't a mine, then this 8, besides seeing the 1 and the 4, must see 3 more, which means this has to be a mine. And cannot connect, so that happens. And because this can't go down here, it has to go here. Now this wouldn't be a mine, this wouldn't be a mine. This would be a mine, this wouldn't be a mine. Because we know there's only 2 chains here. Alright, hint is charging up. Now this 7 has to be a 1, 2, which gives you this. And this is a region of 3. Which, you know, could just look like this. No biggie. Except this might not work actually, because if it were in fact a region of 3... Oh, it's blinking. Okay, I thought I just lost it. I'm so confused. Okay, well, let's keep looking at this just so in case. If this had to be a region of 3, it had to extend this way. Extending vertically doesn't work because your chain here would maybe I should use a different color. Your chain here would completely give this mine no place to go. So your 3 has to essentially extend out this way. But why doesn't this work? Well, how do you complete the 5 now? You could in fact have a chain that looked like this. That is a valid chain. This one has to come out through here. It has to be a region of 1 because of the 2. Now 5 is just not solvable. So does that mean that this is always a mine? It does. Does that always mean this is a region of 3? It might. Because this is a region of 5, this could be a region of 3. And could it be anything else? It could be a region of 1 plus 2. I mean, nothing says it can't be. Like, I think this is this is not a region of 1 and 2. Wait a minute. Can it be a region of 1 and 2? Because we know this is a region of at most 3. So it's either a region of 1 or a region of 2 or a region of 3. If it's a region of 3, how is that possible? Sorry, if it's a region of 1 and 2, how is that possible? Well, you need a 4th region coming out of it, and they all cannot connect to each other. This can't be a region of 2, because then this happens, and you have 3 chains here, which is impossible. So then you'd have to do this, okay, and then this would have to go here. Fine, that's all fine. This being a region of 2 might in fact be pretty challenging. Because how does 5 work? The 5 must now have an extra region of 2 to make 5, but that isn't possible because of this 2. So I don't think this is a region of 2 plus 1. This is a region of 3. This is a flat out region of 3. This is a region of 4. This is a region of 1. And because of that, this 5 sees an extra region of 1. Now how does it do that? There are a few options. There's either this option, which, you know, it works. There's also this option, which is a bit more like, it's a bit more out there. And then this is a region of 3. But it also works. You can't have extra region of 2 because you would have 1 and 3. Oh my gosh, but that always means that this is never a mine. Because one of these has to be a region of 1. Wow, okay, jeez. Okay, well, one of these are a region of 1, the other one should be blank. Meaning this has to be a region of 3? No? Oh, it could be 1 plus 3 like that. Oh. Bruh, okay. Man, fine. I was too excited. Okay, I just gotta try and memorize everything that I've solved so far. Okay, but this did give us the fact that this is always a mine. This is never a mine. And there's at least 1 mine in here. Somewhat. This is always a region of 3 though. This is always a region of 1. This is always a region of 4. This is always a region of 1. 3 point... Oh my god, that's pi. I just pied myself. Okay, so What about this 4 then? It could still be a 1 plus 3. Could definitely also just do this. Oh, or could it? Wait a minute. No, yes, this chain could start here. So you could have a chain that looks like this, and then you have a second chain that goes this way. And that could give you an extra region of 3 here. Right? Yeah. Okay, but I feel like we're making progress. Let's think about whether this could be a mine. If it were a mine, then you know, this tree can't reach here anymore, because then you have a total of 5 around this 4. So this 5 can only see 1 here, which means this must be a region of 3. And this, well, this obviously fails, but this might work as a region of 3. And how would this work as a region of 3? This has to happen, and then I guess this can happen. This one has to connect somewhere else. I think this fails. Wait, wait a minute, this does fail because of this 3. This 3 can't have any mines vertically because there are already 3 mines in the column. But putting the extra 2 mines for this 3 here would also give 4 in this column. So both fail, which means that this fails, I think. So I think that means this isn't a mine. Wow, and therefore, this 4 really does have to see the 3 like this. Wow, okay. Jeez, alright, so now this... No, we know there's a second chain here. So this has to be a mine, right? Yes, which must keep going. And because there's a 3 and a 1 and this is a 4, this must connect to the 4, so that's a mine. This goes this way. So yeah, in fact the 2 means that's not a mine. 6. Well, this must just be a region of 6. Okay. And if 2 of them are from here, you must see the 2 here, here, and at least 3 more. So these are all mines, I think. And from the other side, you could just see 6 like this, so this doesn't have to be a mine. But okay. And now we know none of those are mines. This has to keep going because this chain goes here, so that's a mine. 5 already sees 5, so that's not a mine. This must keep going, which means that this is in fact a 4-1-1-1, so that's not a mine. That isn't. 0 means that's not a mine. Therefore, this 6 means that it has to be a mine. 2 here. Well, 2 can't connect here, obviously, so this is a mine, which must extend. Therefore, this 6 must see 1 more, which means this is a mine. Therefore, that's not a mine, giving us our final chain. This 3 means that has to be a mine, which cannot extend. This one has to keep going, so that's a mine. And I think no more mines remaining. Oh, there you go. Wow. This was a mess of a puzzle. And I didn't use any hints. I almost gave up. I almost fell and used a hint, but I did not. Oh, how long did this puzzle take me? This puzzle took me like 40 minutes or something. Oh, this is enough for its own video, dang. Okay, well, I guess if it's enough for its own video, it shall be its own video. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.